Top-level footballers are best known for their fancy footwork, flashy cars, and extravagant hairstyles. But with all the cash that comes with being a worldwide superstar, footballers are painting their bodies with tattoos, and some of them are incredibly peculiar. Let's see some of the most talked about tattoos of footballers. Before the 2018 World Cup, Raheem Sterling had a tattoo that caused controversy. Fans couldn't help but notice that he had an assault weapon on his body, and when they did, they became enraged. They quickly stopped loving Raheem and started disparaging him, calling him names, calling him disrespectful, and even accusing him of encouraging gun violence. However, behind the scenes, his tattoo had a hidden meaning that he kept hidden from everyone. Raheem took to Instagram to set the record straight and explain to fans this: "Since my father was shot to death when I was 2 years old, I made a vow to myself that I would never touch a gun again. I shoot with my right foot, so it has a deeper meaning." But at least Raheem was able to keep his tattoos. Jian Ling Pang is a man whose entire body is covered in tattoos, from arm sleeves to necklines. However, in 2021, the CFA changed the rules so that no player in its pro football league could have tattoos while competing in their home country or another. For some players, this meant that their tattoos meant everything, but what's even more bizarre is that the Chinese government noticed an unusual number of players getting tattoos over time, and in their culture, tattoos are not viewed the same way as they are in other nations. Since having tattoos anywhere on your body was considered a form of punishment and meant you were more likely to be associated with gangs or worse, the Chinese government took action when they noticed more players were getting inked. They issued a direct order requiring all players to either completely remove their ink or cover up during games in order to avoid drawing unwanted attention. After being made to comply, Jiang was told by the Chinese authorities to start wearing long sleeves to cover all of his tattoos or risk having his football career permanently prohibited. This was in contrast to his bragging about his ink to millions of people worldwide. Even though it's absurd to be banned for having tattoos, there is one player who has made getting tattoos his dream job. Sergio Ramos went unnoticed when he first entered the game because he looked like any other player. However, that all changed when he started getting tattoos, because over the years, he has got as many tattoos as trophies. However, none of them are as unique as the ones on his knuckles. The numbers 35, 90, 32, and 19 are inked into Ramos's knuckles because he wanted something unique that would symbolize the most memorable moments of his career. However, these numbers are not random. Each one has a deeper significance that Ramos has revealed up until now. For example, the numbers 35 and 32 were meant to remind Ramos of the numbers he wore while playing for Sevilla, which made him a household name. In order to ensure that he never forgets his native country, the number 19 was intended to symbolize his debut in Spain. But what about 90? It is said to depict the play that catapulted him to fame. Sergio Ramos turned his passion for tattoos into his ideal career. But like Sergio Ramos, Zlatan can't stop acquiring tattoos. Ramos's enthusiasm for tattoos goes beyond only hidden meanings, even if he was chosen to have the worst tattoos in football history. Sergio Ramos's tattoo, meanwhile, probably didn't alter the course of history like the way Zlatan did back in 2015. Zlatan had a secret plan going into his matchup against Cayenne, which he used to his advantage in the first half of the game. Zlatan's tattoos, which included hearts with the H in the center to symbolize his love for his wife, mother, and sister, turned his entire body into a work of beauty. Zlatan got feathers, koi fish, religious scriptures, dragons, and even something known as the 5 Deva-faced yantra because he didn't stop there. Now, even though Zlatan only received a yellow card for a small escapade, all his tattoos completely disappeared a few months later. Soon after, the media began to circulate this image of Zlatan on the beach without a shirt. The disappearance of all of Zlatan's recent tattoos, which left football fans wondering what exactly happened to them and believing conspiracy theories, caught the attention of fans. Zlatan's tattoos started to disappear more and more, but it was later discovered that he had actually consented to the idea of getting temporary tattoos all over his body in an effort to promote the UN World Food Program, which fights world hunger. Zlatan felt strongly about this cause, but nobody was fully aware of how much it meant to him. He struggled with homelessness all of his life and was raised in extreme poverty in one of Sweden's poorest areas. Although Zlatan's tattoo may have saved the world, one player experienced a very horrible event. He had a tattoo of something that he would always remember as a child. Neymar has a singular passion other than football: body art. Therefore, in 2015, after breaking into the league and becoming a star, Neymar decided to get a tattoo that inspired him to realize a childhood ambition: the tattoo of a boy in favela. This tattoo depicts his childhood experiences, his boyhood fantasies, and his aspirations for the future. When Neymar began getting tattoos of superheroes, cartoon characters, and even the names of every member of his family, what had initially been just a dream soon became an obsession. However, as Neymar's tattoo collection grew, nothing could have prepared him for his next tattoo. Neymar onto the field in 2020 as it was any other game, but at halftime, a horrible incident took place. Not only did the news of Kobe's passing shock us more than we anticipated, but it also caused Neymar to cry at that moment. In order to carry Kobe with him everywhere he goes, Neymar contacted a tattoo artist to design a tattoo. In his very next game, Neymar declared his love for Kobe to everyone. Even though it was very touching, it wasn't nearly as moving as the moment Arturo Vidal's tattoo saved his son's life. Vidal is well known for having some of the most bizarre tattoos in football, but in 2016, he added a piece to his collection that would permanently alter his life. Soon after, Vidal's son Alonso was given the necessary medical care to survive after receiving a life-altering diagnosis of type 1 diabetes. Vidal got a tattoo of the insulin pump, the one item that ultimately saved his son's life. But Vidal did more than just get his son the pump tattoo, he did it for his country. You see, Vidal knew he couldn't just limit himself to getting tattoos. Vidal then shared a picture of his new tattoo on social media alongside his son, calling for every child experiencing the same kind of suffering to receive the same blessing that not only saved his son's life, but also changed it. I'm betting that Vidal's tattoos didn't cause him to be ridiculed by his supporters, unlike Lionel Messi. Unlike other players, Messi was afraid of needles, but after he teamed up with Dani Alves and realized how much attention his tattoos were drawing, he realized he had to get inked. However, because he was afraid that getting inked would be difficult, he initially asked his tattoo artist to come up with a crazy plan, saying that he would only allow his wife to get inked before he did. When Messi saw how easy it was to get matching crowns, there was no turning back once Messi fell in love with the tattooing process. He decided to transform his body into an artwork tattooing the most important things in his life so they could become a part of him permanently. Football fans all over the world went wild after Messi got a tattoo of his mother, calling it the ugliest thing they had ever seen. Not only did Messi go viral for having one of the ugliest tattoos, but it also served as a wake-up call for him to step up his tattoo game. He got his son's name, birth date, and even his handprints inked, along with Jesus and of course football. However, you've probably never even seen wilder football moments. For such content, stay tuned to our channel. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining, then don't forget to hit that like button below. And if you want to stay updated with more great content like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking the red button and just ringing the notification bell so you never miss any future content from us. Your support means the world to us.